From the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York, welcome to beautiful Citi Field. Tonight it's the first of four between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. It's Mets baseball on the show. Next. Drew Pomeranz gets the ball for the Mets in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
Ben Revere heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
The left fielder, number 2, Ben Revere.
First of 4 here to start the weekend as the game's first pitch is taken, and it's strike one. EK, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Perella is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Michael Franco. He's hit 6 home runs in the last 10 games. The baseball must look like a bowling ball with the way he's been crushing it.
Into the box, Ben Zobrist. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pomeranz sets. First pitch on the way. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Good night for baseball all in all. Game time temperature 63 degrees. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Lagares. 2 down. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, Asdrubal Cabrera is a show-stopping, acrobatic shortstop that dazzles fans with incredible plays on a regular basis. Look out for him to make some great plays on defense in this one.
Michael Franco will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
What a great season, but in order to win the Triple Crown, he's going to need some help from his teammates getting on base. He's in the top 5 in RBIs, but not leading that category.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
The 1-0 delivery. And he misses again, 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
2 out, nobody on. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
2-1, here it is. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Good at-bat so far here with 2 away. You're going to go down in order. At least make that guy work for it. Got himself back into a fastball count now.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Hit on the ground to short. Cabrera's up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Chris Acho gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, the way he's been throwing this year, definitely in the running for the Cy Young Award. You talk to people in baseball circles, they're mentioning his name among the leaders for this award. I can't wait to watch him throw in this one.
Daniel Murphy comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Daniel Murphy.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, they're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
Lifted in the air out to left field. After it is Revere. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, I think they need clutch hits. They need the big hits with guys in scoring position because they're towards the top of the league in OBP. But if you're not going to get the big hit, you can put guys on base all you want. If they don't score, you're not winning.
Juan Lagares comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Well, Matt, Drummond is a really well-respected umpire. Pretty rare that anyone has a major beef with the way he calls the strike zone.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
100 miles an hour is hard. A high 100, impossible to get on top of.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And that misses 2 and 2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out. With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this is a former teammate of mine, Adrian Beltre. He's one of the most reliable third basemen in the game defensively. Some guys just look comfortable in the hot corner, and he's one of them. And I got to add this. Only guy to play third without wearing a cup.
Pedro Alvarez will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. from the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. Ramos gathers it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Mets turned away here in the first. We'll head to the second at Citi Field. 0-0 here on the show. Brandon Jordan will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the .330 mark to begin play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Rolled foul off to the left, so he stays alive. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Curtis Granderson will stand in, hoping to perhaps pick up a base hit so we can climb over that Mendoza line.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last games he's been good, hitting over .350.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And the runner back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. And he'll step off and fire to the bag, and the runner back easily. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play.
This is a nice play up the middle. You can see this ball takes the shortstop right to the bag, so he'll just step on second and fire on to first for the double play.
Jose Bautista will stride in as he's running out of time now if he wants to make a late push for that home run crown. He's set. Here it comes. A little bouncer. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down quickly go the Phillies. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Robert Macias will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off.
Robert Macias.
And here is strike one call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. And there's ball one. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. And ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Set to deal on 2-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Wow, and he hasn't missed a beat since his last start. Remember, he had 9 strikeouts in that one, and he's well on his way to a similar performance right here.
Cabrera.
Asdrubal Cabrera will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Well, the fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sound sharp, too.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Granderson moves over. 2 gone.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Andre Allison will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Come on, you look at the numbers on this guy, and you have to wonder, why does he continue to be in the lineup? He's got 1 hit in his last 10 games. Come on.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Here's a high pop-up. Zobrist is there for it. And the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Adrian Beltre leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
Wilson Ramos will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
And a high strike there, 0-1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
The 0-1 pitch. And low, it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and that's a good pitch on an 0-1 count. Trying to let that thing work its way back to the outside part of the plate, but he couldn't quite get it there.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
Shot towards second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Batting ninth.
Still looking for that first hit of the ball game, and this one had the potential to be one, but it was not meant to be.
Standing in now, Chris Acho, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, he's just going to go right on taking pitches. You have to throw strikes here with 2 outs, especially when you got the pitcher up
there. The 2-0 pitch. Smoked on the ground left side. Cabrera's there, and they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Leave it to the pitcher to come up with their first hit. I think even he can't really believe it.
Ben Revere will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Good curveball right there, and that just really froze him.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And the runner back safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Phillies strand one. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Jose Pirela will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Into the windup and the pitch. Bottom 3 in the batting order here as the first pitch misses to the number 7 hitter. It's ball 1. On the corner away, a ball and a strike. Tap fouled at home plate. One and two. Here it comes. Grounded down the third baseline. And this is going to get by. Beltre down the line. A fair ball.
This is a very good approach here with 2 strikes. It's a smart approach. You know, he's not trying to come out of his shoes here. He just makes a good 2-strike adjustment and delivers a nice solid base hit. That's how you do it.
Settling in now, Brian Pins, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back.
Simple throw over there.
First offering on its way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Good power curveball there, and he's in control. 0-2.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Revere is under it. He's got it 1 away.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Drew Pomeranz comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but hey, he gets the job done.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, nothing will put a smile on your manager's face quite like a 2-out RBI. Well, things weren't looking good. He looked like he was going to get stranded out there, but he comes through to drive him home.
Juan Lagares steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
Lays off 1-0. One 0 count. Here it is. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Gets the call on the changeup there, 2-1.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
A runner on first with 2 away. To 2-2 now.
Boys, that's 99 right through him.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Fly ball out to straightaway left. Revere is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. The Mets are out on top, 1-0. Ben Zobrist is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Right side, hit hard. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
Michael Franco stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Oh, yeah, you know, he went backdoor breaking ball with the previous pitch. Then he's got him set up to come down and in with the next one, and he throws a pearl right there.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Yeah, he's still certain. I think he's going to have to challenge him 3-2.
And that misses for ball 4. And it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
1st and 2nd now after the walk, and they haven't gotten much going offensively against this guy at all. So this is about as good an opportunity as they've had.
Brandon Jordan will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
And this is low, ball one.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
One and 0 pitch on the way. 2 and 0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in because you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
A strike, and it's 2 and 1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2 and 2 now. A 2 and 2 count. Here's the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
We'll take another look at the sequence here on Show Track. Now, as we watch, notice that it's all hard stuff through the first 4 pitches. But then on pitch number 5, he finally turns to something off speed, and that leaves the hitter with no chance.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Murphy with a dive. Throw to second is in time, and that's a fantastic play.
Oh, what a great effort right there just to get an out on this play. You see him lay out to get the ball, then make a good flip to the bag to get the force at second. Wow, that's nicely done.
Into the box now, Jose Bautista, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
Bounced weakly near the plate. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Where are you going here?
I'm throwing that same pitch again. Make him prove that his plate discipline is such that he can lay off it twice in a row.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hard hit ball to second, and this is a base hit, and that'll get him on the board as this ball game is tied at 1.
And I think here he might have had one eye on that runner to see if he was breaking from third base, and right when he lifted his head up, that's when the ball goes right through him, and that'll for sure be a fielding error, but also an RBI.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, as he'll watch a breaking ball that comes back to catch the outside corner for strike one.
Oh, that is a nice pitch right there. You kind of slow it down and give him that big breaking ball to start off the at-bat. Make sure he's not a guy that's looking to ambush that first pitch fastball.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Here's the 0-2. Hit hard to short. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's now a 2-1 ball game. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Wilson Ramos gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Here's the 0-1. Hot shot on the ground to short. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 2 men left on base. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Phillies 2 and the Mets 1. Leading off the inning, Pedro Alvarez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
First pitch on its way. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Drilled right back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he...
Well, you get a good hitter in a fastball count, he'll know what to do with it. Heck, he's probably a .500 hitter when he gets a 3-1 fastball in the zone. That's almost too easy.
Robert Macias is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Runners off for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. It's high, but a fine play to come down with it at second, and he's out trying to steal a base.
Well, he did a good job to get on base with the leadoff single, but then he got a little greedy here on the first pitch, and they throw him out pretty easily at second base.
Slow curveball, like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, it's just business as usual for him, Matt. He leads the National League in that category. He's having himself just a fantastic season so far. Not only is he pitching well, but his team is playing great for him as well. You need run support and solid defense to rack up the wins like he is, and he's getting it.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Asdrubal Cabrera is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. 3-0 now. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
And he gets the call there, 3-1.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with 2 away, but apparently not.
Here's the 2-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball 4.
The catcher, number 2, Andre
Allison will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
Here comes the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Here comes the 1-0. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Sent on the ground out to second. Zobrist is there, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Mets strand 1. They still trail it here 2-1. Chris Acho heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
High and deep to right. Macias going back on it. Still ranging back. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and it gives the Phillies a 3-1 lead.
And about the only silver lining to this one from a defensive standpoint is the fact that it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. So you can survive it when this guy's hitting just solo shots. It's when he's doing his damage with 2 or 3 guys on base that things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
The left fielder, number 2, Ben Revere.
Here's Ben Revere. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Now the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air. Cabrera onto the grass, 1 away.
the second baseman, number 18.
Yeah, you know, you'd love to have a shortstop that can cover some ground out there, and you'll see him range out there to the outfield grass to put this one away.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Ready with the 1-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. On his way to pitch number 75. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And this will find its way to the 335 sign. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Yeah, no hesitation there as we train our camera directly on him. But once this gets down the line, he's thinking two right out of the box, and he's able to beat the throw into second and leg out a double.
Maikel Franco will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Into the seats, 0-1. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Lagares is there now, and he has it. Two gone. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And folks, that is not a misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles an hour so far. My goodness. Brandon Jordan will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Not close. It's 2-0. You get the sense he's starting to nibble a bit at the corners here, and that's something he wasn't doing earlier.
Yeah, and he sort of backed off the throttle a little bit, too. I'm wondering if that home run ball might have changed his approach just a little bit.
The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
That's on the outer edge. 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
And he likely had ball 4 that time, but couldn't hold being 2 now. Drilled on the ground is short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Phillies get 1 in the frame courtesy of this solo home run. Middle of the night at Citi Field. It's now 3-1 Philly. Jose Pirela will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. In there, strike 1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
Too high. 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Curveball got him swinging for the first out. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA.
Yeah, Matt, he's been very impressive this year. He currently leads the entire National League right now. He's really been a difference maker on the mound. He attacks the strike zone and is using all of his pitches very effectively. Just one of those guys that's really fun to watch doing his thing.
Brian Pins is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
0-1, here it comes. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. To 2 balls and 2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. He's ready with 2. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Pirela ranging back. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. Fair to say, oh my goodness, These folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. Thursday Night Baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Robert Macias will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
To first. Speared on the dive. He goes to first. It's in time.
No way. That was awesome. Whoa, what a nice play down there at first. You see him have to stretch out as far as he can go to make the play, and then he's got the presence of mind to hit his pitcher perfectly in stride covering first. That is nicely done.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
And now a swing and a miss by Cabrera as he falls behind no balls and 2 strikes.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Andre Allison will dig in for a 3rd time now. He's popped out and grounded out so far. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike 2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down here 5-1. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Carlos Torres is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 52, Carlos Torres.
Striding into the box, Ben Zobrist. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Yeah, nice to get that call right out of the bullpen.
Squared that one up just a little late. 0-2, here it comes. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there, a ball and 2 strikes.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Ready on 1-2. And another foul ball. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hot shot down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Hit out towards second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. So a good job to get the out there, but with 5 runs already surrendered, that's not going to do any favors to the team ERA so far this season.
Yeah, Matt, as we take a look at this graphic here, you can see this isn't one of the stats this team is very proud of. When your team ERA is that high, the offense pretty much has to explode most games if they're going to have a chance. Hard to win ball games that way.
Hot shot to third. Pins is up with it on to first, and there are 2 down.
And after an 8-pitch at-bat to start the inning, how about a 1-pitch at-bat for out number 2? He's saying, hey, that's more like it.
Now in the box, Brandon Jordan. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there.
These have both been easy takes so far. Neither one of these pitches really approaching the strike zone.
Line toward the alley in left center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Certainly in this streak, he's had a lot of those opportunities come late in ball games, but he extends it again with another clutch base hit.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Now a throw over. A dive, but he's back. And again a throw, and he just manages to get his hand in. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. Strike two called on the inner half. 0-2 now. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. One left for Philadelphia. They're up 5-1. Leading off the inning, Jose Pirela, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
And that swung on and missed for strike one.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the seventh. He's about to hit 100 for the game. On his way to pitch number 100. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
Here's Zobrist now at second. Scooped up, and a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number 1.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman, Ryan Pins.
Digging in now, Brian Pins. He drew a walk his first time up. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1.
Well, we've talked about all the strikeouts. The only side effect is right there, though. He's run up a pretty high pitch count now.
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
And this isn't the first guy that's been frozen by that pitch tonight. He's had a lot of guys shaking their heads so far.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Hit hard down the line. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Oh, he's definitely had his way with the bottom of the lineup so far. They've got only 1 hit against him combined, and he sets another man down on strikes right here.
Lucas Duda will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
21, Lucas Duda.
And that misses inside. 1-0. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0. On a very undisciplined swing there. It's 2-1.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitters. He's not dancing around the zone.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. They're down 5-1. Jerry's Familia will come on in relief now, and he'll be making appearance number 80 on the season thus far.
Familia.
Stepping in, Jose Bautista. He looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
Bautista now with a drive down the left field line, but that'll find the seats down there a foul ball. Set to deliver on 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
That's a nice comeback from down in the count 2-0. He doesn't panic. He doesn't just start laying pitches in there. He had a good plan to start with, and then he executed that plan all the way through the at-bat.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. (5-1) our score as we play the 8th. And he'll take this one as well. It's now 2-0 to the Philly third baseman. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Perella will wait on it. And he's got it for out number 2.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Called strike at the knees, 1-1.
And when he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Allison scoops it up, throw in time, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. They lead this one though, 5-1. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jake Diekman is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
And batting in the 7th spot, number 63, Jake Diekman. Now playing third base and batting in the 9th spot, Number 17.
Leading off the inning, Daniel Murphy. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. That evens it up 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
And as we showed you a moment ago, this guy enters play with an ERA right around 2.5. So he's been a big part of this bullpen, and he gets the first guy he faces right here.
Juan Lagares stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Just gets a piece of it. Strike one. One out, nobody on. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1. And now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
And the count will be full. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Pedro Alvarez will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And he's no doubt searching for a ground ball here as this sinker dips below the knees. It's 1-0.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
Runners on first with one down. Now a snap move over to first. Just keeping him close. And another snap throw to the bag. Keeping particularly close tabs on him. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. In for it.
You can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Well, that's a hat trick for him now. His third strikeout in the game. And I think the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to go down looking. That's almost like admitting you're beat. That's a sinking feeling in that guy's stomach there.
Into the box, Robert Macias, as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. Around third and being waved on home. The tag from Ramos, but it's not in time. Safe at the plate.
Well, you know what? It's not too late to make a game of this after all. They're going to get a run back here on the RBI double, and even though there's not a lot of outs left, at least they're going to make these guys sweat a little.
Ken Giles will come on here looking to get the final out in the home half of inning number 8.
Ken Giles.
Asdrubal Cabrera will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. On the ground to third. Fielded by Galvis. And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. On to the 9th inning from Citi Field. It's the Phillies 5 and the Mets 2. A beautiful look there outside the home of the Mets here in Flushing as we welcome you back for the 9th. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Freddie Galvis, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First delivery to him on the way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck, and you know they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
Fly ball heading for the alley. Macias on the move, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
That's great production here out of the number 9 hole, leading off the inning. The managers like to think of those number 9 guys as sort of a second leadoff man, and he takes that to heart as he's into scoring position already with a leadoff double.
Lawrence Robinette will come in and pitch now.
Number 9, Lawrence Robinette.
Ben Revere will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out.
Well, he's 0 for 4 coming into this at-bat, so I think he's happy to see a new arm out there. Maybe his luck will change.
Ripped down the first base line. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Well, and that's just a really nice job right there. After the leadoff double, I don't care who the next guy is, he has to, at the very least, make a productive out. And that's a good job right there as he gets his man to third, now with just 1 out.
So coming to the plate, Ben Zobrist. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him.
And that's exactly what I'd expect them to do. No reason to give him a pitch that he likes.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
A 1 pitch on its way. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend.
1 out and a runner on third. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
The 1-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And against a veteran hitter like this, you got to be in that strike zone early in the count, because the more pitches he sees, the better he's going to be able to time anything you've got.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Full count now, 3-2. A man at third with 1 away. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Full count. Here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3-2, but you had your base open here, so now you can really focus on getting yourself a ground ball.
Maikel Franco will stand in 1 more time, and fortunately for him, he'll get a 5th chance here to extend that hitting streak.
Yeah, he hasn't had the same success the rest of the guys have, but that could all change with 1 swing.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this one is past him, and that could be a run. And it is a run.
We've seen these guys make their fair share of mistakes so far, and here's another. This one hurts even more because it costs them a run. That's just a simple catch behind the plate that needs to be made.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase. And after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Here he comes on 2-0. The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
And I don't know if their wires got crossed up there or what, but this is going to go as a pass ball as it moves the runner up to third now with just 1 out.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Now tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work at corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
One out and a runner on third. This one's blooped out toward right center field. And no one can corral that one. Base hit. And to score is the runner from third. It's a 7-2 ball game.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
Mike Cortez will take over now with one away in the top of inning number 9.
Mike Cortez.
In now, Brandon Jordan, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
1-0 pitch is a curveball. That looked good from here, but it's 2-0.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Dribbled up the line. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Center fielder number 3. Curtis
Curtis Granderson ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him in just 3 pitches.
Very weakly on the ground. Goes to third with it, and they get the force for the second out. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
This is one of those plays where I guess he's thinking he can't get 2 here, so might as well get the lead runner. It's a little risky, but, hey, mission accomplished.
Stepping in now, Jose Bautista. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind nothing in 2. 2 down, runners at first and second. Chopped at the plate, but it gets fouled. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters scheduled to start the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Phillies 7 and the Mets 2. Striding in to start the 9th, Andre Allison, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Giles is ready. Here's the first pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Ball 2 now.
He's showing pretty good patience here for a rookie. Those were 2 tough takes, but he's got it to 2-0.
And this pitch is inside, and he can't find the zone all of a sudden. 3-0. Jose Pirela is on deck. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Backhanded. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Standing in now, Jose Perella, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the 9th.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
1 out, nobody on. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, I think he's upset here because that pitch has not been a strike all night. You'll see here on show track, it's still not a strike. He's got a definite gripe. I'd want to have a word or two myself.
Into the box now, Brian Pins. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. That ball is gone as he tucks it over the wall down the line. A solo shot down the line in right, as it's now a 7-3 game.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
Mac Grimes will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 6, Mac Grimes.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And this is cut on and missed, so the Mets are down to their final strike now.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And with this victory, chalk up win number 90 for these guys. They've had one heck of a year, and it ain't over yet.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Phillies win this one 7-3. Good night from Flushing.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Mets.